Everybody, it's Max and Shep at the Sun Valley Auto Club looking at a 1965 Chevrolet Impala. This is one nice car, fully restored, looks just as nice on the underside as the outside. But in this video we're just going to be doing an overview, and we'll also take it for a little spin. I just want to talk to you about this car. It's so cool. Found this out of Boise, Idaho. Just super nice Idaho car. And we've got all the documents dating back to the original window sticker, purchased out of Fresno, California. We'll take you through all those documents. Those are sitting on the trunk. But let's get started and take a look just at the exterior and the quality of the paint. First off, you'll notice on these big cars, the lines can easily get messed up. The lines on this car are just true in factory. We'll show you all the body gaps. Those are in good shape. And just the paint from here looks just incredible. So does that front end, just that iconic quad headlight with all that chrome and stainless trim there too.
And that's the thing, that's all fresh chrome. It's not beat up. It's an original bumper that's been re-chromed, so the heavy American steel there. And you can see how clear those headlights are. It's a stunning front end.
Yeah.
Bumper guards chrome dropping all the way through.
Yeah.
And as Max was saying, on the paint, there's so many different ways to go wrong with paint, and there's so many flaws in so many cars, but this is one of those cars that has no orange peel, no dust mites in the clear coat, no fish eyes, just really clean, and no Bondo waves anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you can even see the reflection of the antenna there in the paint itself. Rarely do we get to see something of that quality. But checking out the lines down here along the belt line, nice and sharp, and then all those panels are reflecting equally too, so that's a good sign. We've got the cool factory wheels here, the rally style with the beauty dish. It is described as sold originally with that beauty dish too, which is pretty cool. You see this air-conditioned sticker, so all of you guys in the South and the East and Texas, you're going to really like this car because it is a factory AC rig. I just tested it out and it blows nice and cold.
Yes, that's been converted over to the old system. It's the original equipment with the new Freon, so you're ready to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that green. I can't tell if it's the green tint on the windshield or if it's just that interior, but yeah, I know we're talking outside, but
yeah, you can't pass this up.
Yeah, you got to jump in there.
So they call this Aqua. This was the Aqua interior with the padded door panels. We do have this Kleenex box here. Impala logoed floor mats. That's the more modern logo, but that's okay. We've got this cool little Kleenex box here and a factory TAC AM radio that does work. And check that out. Your clock is ticking. One of my favorite things that I have to have in my personal cars are the tilt steering wheel. Love that. You can just throw the wheel in your lap and really cruise with style. Another factory option too was this center speaker there with the Impala logo. It does work. It's pretty cool. Just check out the headliner too. Shep was just pointing that out.
Yeah, just gorgeous all the way through, all the way up to the sun visors, and just tight as can be.
So is the trim on the interior too that trims out the edges of the headliner.
Love the postless design, but these windows go up and down. Those regulators work smoothly. None of our glass is cracked. None of our rubber is dry rotted. It's all there. It's all supple, and with a great door fit.
And we are looking at seat belts too. A lot of people ask, and some states require seat belts, so this car is just ready to rock. There's our rear tires. Tires are in great shape too. Kind of cool, kind of hot rod style with the white walls sticking out in the rally wheels.
Very clear. Brake lights, tail lenses.
Just feels brand new.
And it's just one of my favorite setups back there. One of my favorite cars, the 65 Impala.
Yeah.
And we'll show you the operation of all that. But everything from your reverse lights, brake lights, turn signals. Max covered a lot of the stuff in the interior. But headlights, brights, you know, it's all just working so well. So we had to spread out. I mean, this is just a treasure trove of documentation. Not every car has that. Some cars just have to speak for themselves. But you've got your original bill of sale with the check that basically just shows that they've received it. You've got the window sticker, and that's not a reproduction. That is the sticker.
Yep. So you see the aqua trim, the door pads, the air conditioning, the rear seat sticker, the white tinted glass, like you said, the green, which I love, push button radio, the AM radio there, the comfortable steering wheel, which is your tilt, and the Power Glide transmission. This does have 327, and I love how they called that the Turbo Fire engine.
Yeah.
With the Power Glide, and it just cruises out. I put this car just through neighborhoods, and then I also drove it up to about 80 miles an hour on the interstate, and it just cruises at all speeds.
So we got your decades covered: 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and then 2000s. I mean, just this car. Max, have you gone through and actually trying to figure out how many owners? What's the story on our ownership?
I believe that it's had four previous owners. The fourth being the latest, who's owned it for, I think, about 3 or 4 years. But yeah, 4-owner car.
And then I love this. Very rarely do you get to see this, but that's your original. These are all registrations. 66, 67, 68, all the way through. There's 70. So California, Western car, states we're picking up, California all the way through until, I think, the 90s.
Yeah,
there's a 2000 still in Fresno.
Yeah.
And then picked up from there, went to Idaho. So I will start packing all this around. This is stuff that's just priceless as well. All the owners just went through and made their fuel notation, mileage notations. So you've got, not only do you have lots and lots of service records, all the registration receipts, you also have people's just personal notes on the car. So, and that's a big point too, to where it's fine if you take an old Austin Healey, you take an old car that's, somebody put out to pasture, has been sitting there, there's not much more than a cowl left. That's, go ahead and restore it, that's great. But there is a huge difference between a car that's always been a good car and loved and well maintained versus rebuilding something that's been sitting in the field with a tree growing out of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we sell a few hundred cars, and to have something like this come through is extremely rare and just such a treat.
Yeah, we enjoy it. Whoever ends up with it is going to be ecstatic.
Yep. Just taking a quick look at that aqua interior as well on the driver's side.
Pull those keys out when you get in there too, would you?
Yeah, I will do.
I'll open up the trunk here and I'll talk about the engine.
So there it is. This is the 327, the Turbo Fire. I think this was putting out around 200 horsepower. So not the slowest one out there, not the fastest one, but definitely a cruiser. This one does have a little bit of an upgraded exhaust system, so it sounds nice and throaty. There's a V8 under there, but it's not screaming at you. There's your AC compressor, factory, very cool. The black is all the correct Chevy color with your proper air cleaner on top. It hasn't been messed with. There's your master cylinder, looking nice and clean.
Drum brakes, which with the 327, they work just fantastic.
Yeah. And we are looking at an aluminum radiator. That's been done just for reliability. The previous owner did talk about putting in the original one to keep this car completely original, but some things, I think it's totally acceptable to put something in there that just helps the drivability of the car, because that's what this thing's all about, is getting out there and cruising on the interstate or in your local parade.
We got the trunk open.
Cool.
And no surprises back there either. At this point, you got a good sense of what this car is. And well sorted, with the spare, with the jack, with the trunk mat in there, and no surprises underneath the trunk mat either. And we will do, when it goes through the inspection process, we will have this up on a rack and we'll do photos and videos of the underside as well.
Hey Shep, you know this video is getting pretty long. We're already at 10 minutes. Maybe we cut it and do a mechanical and test drive video.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Be sure to ask for that video or search it on our YouTube channel.
Total 3 videos.
Yep, we're going to do total 3 videos. This quick walk around, a test drive, and an undercarriage. Thanks so much.